If you are in your 20s or you're simply stuck in your life and you don't know what to do, or if you're completely tired of your 9-to-5 job, in this video I'll show you 5 skills which you can literally start today and earn a lot of money within the next year. This is not a get rich quick scheme and you will have to work your absolute hardest, but I promise you by the end of this video you will have a very good idea of which skill you will be focusing on for the next year. The only thing I ask from you is that you watch the whole video to understand which skill you want to focus on, as well as if you're studying in college, university, or if you have a full-time job, literally spend 1 hour a day every single day learning one of these skills, and I promise you your life will change forever. The good thing about this is that these 5 skills are completely different from each other. Every single person will be able to find the perfect fit for them. The first skill is video editing. I'm sure you've heard this a ton of times now, but it is indeed one of the most high value skills you can learn right now. With this one, there's literally no shortcuts. The more you do it, the better you get at it, which means that if you do spend that 1 hour every single day, you will literally get pretty decent within 2-3 months. How do you learn the skill? YouTube is your playground. Literally learn anything from YouTube. There's so much content. Here's how you can get started. Go over some tutorials on YouTube and then literally record something on your phone and then use the software of your choice, plop it in there and just experiment. Big YouTubers pay $20, $30, $50,000 a month for editors. So literally think about this. You can spend 1 or 2 months learning this skill and then make so much more money than you would at your full-time job. On top of this, if you don't want to edit for other people, you can scale this skill as well. You can start your own YouTube channel or make your own content and make way more money. Literally after this video, if this skill sounds very interesting for you, if you do have a MacBook, just go on iMovie, which is literally free, and start experimenting. This is so worth it, especially if you're creative. This will be so much fun for you. Now, if you do want to start with something easier in the editing sphere, you can literally edit TikToks or shorts. Right now, it's the era of short content, and a lot of content creators are looking for editors for their TikToks. As you may have noticed, I'm editing my YouTube videos myself. That's why they're pretty crappy, because I'm just getting into it. But at first I was using iMovie, but I recently transitioned into Premiere Pro. This is exactly what you can do. Literally just use free software until you get comfortable, and then you can move on to more professional software. For all these skills, I will tell you first how much money you need to spend to start it out. Second, how much time you need to spend to start making money with them, as well as the money potential. Upfront cost for this one is you do need a laptop, definitely. Now the laptop does not have to be very expensive. You can literally get something for $1,000, as well as later on down the line you will need to upgrade your software, which will probably cost around $25 a month. You need to spend about 2 months of consistent editing to get comfortable, but everyone is learning at a different pace, so it might take you even less than that. The money potential with this is crazy. Sky is the limit. You can do so much with this. So if you are creative and this skill does sound fun to you, get started today. Skill number 2 is sales. This one is by far the most valuable skill in the world, period. Definition of sales is selling anything to anyone. You could be selling a product, a digital product, a course. You can work at a physical store and sell equipment or products. You can work at a gym, sell memberships and fitness products. You can sell real estate. There's so many things you can sell. With this skill, the better you are at sales, the more money you will make. For example, real estate agents get anywhere around 5 to 6% per property. Just think about these numbers. If you sell $1 million property, you will be making around $50,000 to $60,000, not including other fees, just from commission. Think about it. You can literally sell one property in the whole year and you will make the same amount as you would at your full-time 9-to-5 job. In fact, someone who makes $50,000 to $60,000 at a 9-to-5 job has to earn $24 to $28 an hour. How do you learn the skill? The method that I recommend is to get books on human and customer behavior and why they buy certain things. You can literally look up top 10 books that are about customers and how to sell. Pick the ones that sound the most interesting to you. It doesn't really matter. All of them are good. And then once you absorb a lot of knowledge, you need to practice. A lot of practice. At first, get any job that comes your way, literally working in a store. You have to gather all the knowledge that you learned from those books and just use them. You have to understand this one thing. Sales is all about emotions and psychology. If you make a customer feel like they absolutely need something and that one product that you're selling will change their life, they will buy it from you. Upfront costs, you do need to buy a few books, and you could buy a course from anyone, but it's not really required. Everything is online for free. How much time do you need to spend on this? Up to you. People learn at different pace, but if you do sell more, you will get better faster. Money potential with this is you don't really have any ceiling. You can just make more and more every single year. Skill number 3 is copywriting. Now let me simplify this. The whole point of copywriting is writing words in a certain way to persuade people to buy things. This skill is gaining a lot of popularity since there's a lot of people on TikTok talking about it right now, but here's the thing, the demand for this is insane too, because every single business does need a copywriter. Think about it. For example, a place where people go daily, Starbucks. Think about why so many people buy from them. They had to word everything in a certain way to persuade people to buy things. This skill is very similar to sales because it is part of sales. But with this skill, you're writing or typing rather than actually talking to people. To give you some ideas, here are some places you can work at. You can get into these huge companies and work for them as a copywriter, or even a better way which you can use to make even more money is to approach businesses and ask them directly if you can do copywriting for them. The very first customer will be pretty challenging to get, but what you could do is just tell them, hey, I can bring in more sales. You don't have to pay me right away. You can see how much more money I can make for you, and then based on that, you give me a percentage. There's no way people are gonna turn you down. Think about it. They literally get something for free, and if it does work, they will be willing to pay. And then once you got your first customer, everything is going to be super easy after that. The minimum that this industry pays is $2,000 per month to literally send a few emails, make some ads. Once you get good at this skill, you can literally spend around 10 hours per month on one business and get $2,000, $3,000, $4,000. Why does this work? Let's say a business pays you only $2,000, right? But then let's say you bring in 20,000 extra per month. It's so worth it for them. These skills are so high value and they will get rewarded. You can scale this business by getting more and more clients and eventually starting an agency where other people are doing copywriting under you. How do you learn this skill? Read books. One of the best copywriting books that I've been told about is Cash Advertising, but obviously there's so many. Most of them are providing pretty similar value, so it doesn't really matter. Just go out and find one that you really like. There are also courses that you can take, but honestly, practicing and prioritizing understanding the basics is way better than just taking a course and then not doing anything. The upfront cost, just buying a few books and maybe a course if you want. But you do need a laptop for this. You don't even need anything fancy, not even $1,000. You can buy something for $500. How much time do you need to spend? Some people close 2 clients in their first 2 months. Some struggle to find any in the first 2 years. It really depends how fast you will pick up this skill. Money potential is extremely high. Now let me pause for a second. If you guys are enjoying this video, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. On this channel, I will be making videos about making money online, personal finance, and just investing in general. So if you do want to see that in the future, make sure you subscribe. All right, and the skill number 4 is coming up with ideas. Let me explain. Might not be a surprise to you, but a lot of content creators or YouTubers are not coming up with video ideas themselves. They're usually hiring someone to come up with a lot of ideas, which they go through and then choose 1 or 2. If you are very creative, this is the perfect skill for you. Huge channels pay $10,000, $15,000, even more for someone to help them out to come up with ideas, since ideas are arguably the most important part of any video. And the great thing with this one is that you can literally start it right away. Now you have to be familiar with YouTube or whatever platform you're working on and continue analyzing what some of the other channels are doing. If you do it for long enough, you will have a lot of knowledge to start your own channel. You will know what videos perform the best, what kind of ideas to come up with. This gives you a huge advantage, and you you can literally grow your YouTube channel in months. People with great ideas and something very creative and fresh are always getting rewarded on YouTube. For example, look at Ryan. He comes up with insane ideas, and that's why he's growing so fast. So for the upfront cost for this skill, you do need a laptop. That's pretty much the only thing you need. But then down the line, if you do end up starting a YouTube channel, you'll need a camera, lighting, microphone, just basic stuff. How much time do you need to spend? You can start it right away. Literally after watching this video, go ahead and start it. Now here's one way how you can get started with this skill. You can literally go on YouTube and just start analyzing for, let's say, a month. Throughout this whole month, keep writing video ideas. Then go through all of them and pick out the best ones. Then you can approach YouTubers and tell them that you have insane video ideas that you know will do good. You'll be surprised how many YouTubers will be willing to hire you, because a lot of content creators are always struggling to come up with ideas. Now, the skill number 5 is the most difficult on this list. Some people might find it fun and that's what's gonna make it easier. This skill is coding. Coders have been in demand for so many years and the demand will just keep growing. Learning how to code can be very overwhelming, but you can literally pick 1 or 2 languages to start out with and just keep learning them. The good thing about coding is that a lot of languages are pretty similar, and once you fully pick up one language, you can branch out into others. Since like most of the difference is just syntax and how things are written. For example, how I started out coding is I started with Java and then I just branched out into other languages. I mean, different languages do have different purposes, but the good thing is that in today's world, you don't need a degree to start it out. There are literally hours of video lessons on YouTube which teach you how to program way better than professors would at university. You could work at a company and make around $300,000-$400,000 a year. But then if you do want to scale, just think about it. The richest people in the world own software. With those skills, you will be able to make a software which does have a potential to blow up like Twitter, YouTube, or other platforms. A lot of people will find this skill difficult or boring. It might not be appealing to a lot of people to just stare at a screen and look at the code the whole day. The starting cost for this skill is you do need a laptop that you can code on. Important thing to look at when you're looking for laptops is battery life, since softwares for coding do end up draining your battery quite a lot. In terms of how much time you need to spend, in my opinion, out of all these 5 skills, this one will take the longest to learn by far, since there's so many things in coding. You might take years to get to a decent level, but it does pay so good. Thank you for watching, guys. If you do want to see more ways how to make money online, check out this video.